Hi guys, recently there has been speculation that Khairy Jamaluddin KJ might make a political comeback by rejoining UMNO. Party Supreme Council member Datuk Puad Zarkashi has recently not only poured cold water on the idea and dismissed it outright. He also suggested, with a touch of sarcasm, actually more than a touch of sarcasm, that perhaps it's better for Khairy to form a new political party alongside Rafizi Ramli and Syed Saddiq instead. This is what he said. This is what Puad said. He said it would be nice if Rafizi, Nick Nazmi, Nick Ahmad, Shadil Hamdan, Akmal Nasir, Syed Saddiq, Wan Saiful Wanjan, and Larry SNG. I don't know how to pronounce SNG. I think, is it Sung? Okay, Larry Sung. I'm just going to go with Sung. Form a new party together. In football, when star players come together, the team turns formidable and becomes champion for years. Puad wrote in a Facebook post. Now, I definitely see sarcasm in this. Now, Puad seems to have a personal dislike for Khairy. I say so because in a separate interview with Utusan Malaysia, he had no qualms in expressing his open disdain for Khairy. This is what Puad said in the Utusan Malaysia article. Okay, let me read it. Quote, this is what Puad said. He still has that attitude. He wants to be the hero, the only smart one. He thinks he's the only one with ideas. That's dangerous in a political party. This is what Puad said about Khairy. Other than Khairy, it doesn't look like Puad is very fond of Rafizi either. This is what Puad said about Rafizi. Rafizi is now seen as the king of failed formulas. When Padu failed, Rafizi failed. Padu is Rafizi and Rafizi is Padu. Puad also mocked Rafizi in an article, this one by The Star. Hearing Puad's disdain of Rafizi, Rafizi even gave up. He basically said that, you know what, Puad just doesn't like me, to explain Puad's open contempt of him. Now, whatever problem that Puad has with Rafizi and Khairy, like the saying goes, even a broken clock can be correct twice a day. Even your enemies can give you great advice. Personally, I think that it would be great if Khairy, Rafizi and Syed Saddiq did indeed tag team and form a super team, just like Puad said. If they do, I promise I will even vote for their party. I haven't voted in years, but because I so desperately would love to see a Young Turk party having a prominent place in the country and wean our nation of this unhealthy fascination with past expiry date politicians. Now, I think it's about time that our parliament passes a law, passes a law that says that any politician that is above the average life expectancy of the country should not be allowed to stand for election. The life expectancy for a Malaysian male is 73. All of our prominent politicians, Anwar, Muhyiddin, Hadi, are all past the average life expectancy date of a average Malaysian. I honestly think that if you still don't want to retire, even when you can hear death knocking at the door, you are too addicted to power and control. I truly think that this view that old people have a lot to offer the nation because they are full of wisdom and experience is strictly for the birds. I truly, in whichever field that you look at, the people who generate the most value tend to be between the ages of 30 and 50. Whether you are a movie maker or a scientist or a CEO, your best works tends to be between this age bracket. Einstein did his best work before he was even 30. Ace directors Steven Spielberg, John Woo, Mani Ratnam, best movies came before they entered their 60s. I'm 100% sure if you ask CEOs, legendary CEOs like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, when they were better, the answer would be confirmed, 100%. They were much better in their before their 60s than after their 60s. It is a fallacy to believe that experience keeps growing with age. At certain age, likely after your 40s and 50s, experience will plateau, skills will diminish, energy level will fall, and your knowledge will become outdated. At this stage, your ability to generate value will almost certainly decline as compared to someone who's younger than you. When you are past the average life expectancy date of the population, death might be so near to you that you can see it with your own eyes, because you will be attending funeral once every couple of months when it used to be once every couple of years. When death is so near to you that you feel the presence of it every once a month, I truly don't understand why anyone who is rational and objective would want to continue to just cling on to their job rather than prepare their mind and heart to face death, which is definitely coming. Other than being bad for the mental health and the spiritual health and emotional health of the old timers, I also think that having past expiry date geriatric politicians in a strategic position is bad for the country. Yeah? What our country needs to do to rejuvenate and vitalize our economy and society is to put the bulk of control, access, resources in the country in the hands of the younger generation. People who are in their prime, so that they can generate the sort of value that can take our country forward. To do this, we actually have to pry open the hands of the older generation and force them to release the control, access and resources that they are hogging into the hands of the younger generation. Now, by the way, in case some of you are thinking that I'm just saying all this because I support Khairy or Rafizi or Syed Saddiq, I would like to inform you right here that I don't even like any one of them. I've had issues with Khairy from the day he issued the vaccine mandates when he was the health minister before, yeah. As an unvaccinated person, okay lah, old story long, but anyway, I don't think there is a problem in admitting that you are not vaccinated. Now, once upon a time, that it would have turned me into a pariah, but right now I think like a lot of people are okay with it. I'm not a vaccinated person. I've had a lot of troubles because of that during the time when Khairy was the health minister. I can even say that it's his vaccine mandate that is one of the main reasons that I had to change lanes and go from being a tutor to becoming a writer and a content creator. As a matter of fact, I actually agree with what Puad said about Rafizi. I also think Rafizi blows a lot of hot air with his formula and overly abstruse and tortuous explanations without actually doing anything. You know, it's just like a lot of explanations, like a bloody professor, man. All right, if he had succeeded with redistributing the wealth of the nation to the working class with Padu, I would have definitely changed my mind about him. But the fact that Padu is an abject failure, it's dead, yeah. It's an abject failure that lost even without trying to win. That makes him pathetic in my eyes. As for Syed Saddiq, I honestly think this guy is in the wrong field. This guy, to me, is a celebrity more than someone who is capable of leading or is worth following. Whenever he says and does anything, I honestly tell you, I can't help but suspect. I can't help but wonder whether he's actually leading and representing, or he's just like acting like he's leading and representing. I really can't tell, yeah. Despite all that, though, I swear to all of you right here, if all these three guys, they form a Young Turk super team to take on the past expiry date geriatric politicians that are holding the roost in the country, I will drag myself to the voting booth and vote for their party. Look, the truth is, talent and ability alone is not enough. You also need a platform and an opportunity to shine. I might not be too impressed with Khairy, Syed Saddiq or Rafizi today, but I trust them enough to think that they can manage the nation. At least I think they are not going to do a worse job than the old timers that are helming it today. If given the opportunity and platform to shine, I think there is a good chance that they might step up to the plate, transform into becoming the sort of leaders that might fulfill or exceed our expectations. With the half-past 6 geriatric politicians we have now, what we see is really what we get. If you are already disappointed with them today itself, then you have nothing to look forward to, because as they age, I'm more than 100% sure that it's going to be all downhill from where they are now. with Khairy, Rafizi, Syed Saddiq though, even if we are disappointed with them today, at least we can still hope for better things tomorrow. Anyway, to end this, I will just say this. I truly think that it's in our self-interest of our country and ourselves to start giving those in their 30s, 40s, 50s a chance to take the steering wheel in the country. If those in their 30s, 40s, and 50s take the steering wheel, then the people that work with them will also likely be around 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. And the more young people who are in their 20s to 50s, we have holding strategic position in the country, the more revitalized, the more energetic, the more vibrant, the more enthusiastic will the country be. As for the 6:30 geriatric politicians who feel powerless or useless if they don't exercise power or control in their workplace, I truly believe that what they have is an addiction problem. They need therapy to wean themselves off their addiction to power and control. What they definitely don't need is more opportunity to indulge in their addiction. Think about it, guys. Think about it. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a good day, guys.